warnings are growing louder about what looks like a second wave of health insurance cancellations, all due to Obamacare. Now, this wave could be much worse than the individual wave. We're talking as many as 100 million employer-based plans that are in jeopardy. Even the CEO of Abbott Labs, Miles White, said last night he doesn't see why thousands of corporations wouldn't simply cut their costs and throw the workers onto the exchanges. So we're back with Congressman Brad Wenstrup, Bob Laszewski, and Avik Roy. Bob Laszewski, is this, the number from an AEI study put it at 50 to 100 million. A lot of it focused on smaller businesses with fewer than 50 workers, but a lot of it on larger companies like Abbott because they just don't want to pay the extra cost or the Cadillac tax. Help us on this. What do you see?
Well, I think when AEI said 100 million, what they're saying is every worker's employee benefit health plan is in some jeopardy because of Obamacare, and I think you can make that case. What I'm seeing in the marketplace is employers are being very careful and very methodical, a little bit of a wait-and-see attitude. So I don't think we're going to see huge movement in the employee benefit space anytime soon. But we are seeing big changes. The small employer area is probably getting the most action right now. The small employer, less than 50 workers, is subject to the same benefit mandates, age rating rules, pre-existing condition reforms that the individual market is. And brokers are coming in right now with the rate increases, and some of those rate increases are startling, and it's got a lot of these small employers really worried about where they're going to be.
Right. So they're going to walk away from it. That's what they're going to do. They're probably going to walk away. Congressman Wenstrup, some of this has to do with the Cadillac tax. Some of this has to do with the premium tax because of all the mandates. But here's it. I guess this is a political question. The write-up on this suggests that even though the business mandate was suspended for a year, it's going to start. The pink slips are likely to start in October of next year, which is right before the election. What's your take on this?
Well, I mean, employers are going to make a plan, right? They're used to making plans. That's what businesses do. And so they're going to be making those decisions, and you are going to see people losing their coverage or losing their job or having their hours cut, which we're already seeing. And so it's going to be a political football, I think, regardless. But the worst part is what it's going to do for these people that have depended on it, and for employers that really enjoyed giving that benefit to their employees, especially loyal employees who've worked for them. So we're going to see the same type of problems. And you alluded to there with the little cut before the break that trust is down. You go on the exchanges and trust is down so much right now that people are very anxious in every aspect of this.
Well, you see it in the polling data, that's for sure. So yes. I believe there's a high anxiety. Oh, look, why don't at least the bigger employers do what I read weeks ago that Walgreens is doing? Walgreens is sort of redoing their plan. They're giving a lump sum to their employees who can then take that money and either put it in some kind of savings account, maybe an HSA, or just go and shop around for the private exchanges, the non-Obamacare exchanges that has more choice and more options. Now, is that what large corporations are going to do, or is that just a small drop in the bucket?
Yeah, so what we're going to see is on the small employer end, people are going to move part-time work to avoid the employer mandate. On the large employer end, you're going to see substantial migration over time to these private exchanges because it's a way for large companies to protect their costs and gives cost certainty because they know what they're budgeting for health insurance costs every year. And you're going to see a lot of mid-sized companies start to self-insure so they can take advantage of the regulatory scheme that the large businesses are doing through these private exchanges. So that's where things are going to go. But one point I want to make, Larry, is in general, it'll be a good thing if more people shop for coverage on their own instead of getting it from their employer. That would be a more market-oriented system. It'd be more efficient, and it would probably be cheaper.
Well, I think, as I understood the Walgreens thing, Walgreens just kind of laid out private exchange options and then sent the employee to go there with the lump sum. I'm not an expert on that. Bob Laszewski, I'll let you close this down. Why don't more large corporations do that? I mean, they still would be taking care of their employees. It would just be done in a different way, and they would be out of the Obamacare system. Why don't they do that?
Well, I think more are going to do that in one form or another. Many of the insurance companies are offering their own internal private exchanges, if you will, where people are given a defined contribution and they go purchase the plan that's right for them. What we're seeing in the large employer market is really interesting. The Obamacare program has something called the Cadillac tax. In 2018, if your benefits cost more than a certain amount of money, the employer is subject to a 40% excise tax on the amount they exceed that by. And what's happening with large employers right now is they realize they're going to hit that Cadillac tax in just 4 short years, and they're starting to pare back their benefits now. And what's interesting about it, Larry, is to avoid the Cadillac tax, it's not enough to shift premium to the worker because it's the overall cost of the plan. They have to get the overall cost of the plan down, and as a result, you're seeing a real acceleration in higher deductibles, co-pays being shifted to the workers getting ready for that 2018 tax.
All right. Well, they may get those pink slips then. That's what may happen. Congressman Brad Weintraub, thank you very much. Avik Roy, Bob Laschewski, you're all great trying to take us through some of these complexities. Now, President Obama